Hello everybody, and how are you today? I hope you had a great day. I had a fabulous day. I got a lot of things done. I've been really busy up since early in the morning just checking things off my list. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. It makes you feel accomplished when you get all the stuff you needed to do done. It makes you feel really good, like, hey, I did something. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my weight loss because I was speaking to Cindy and she has a great channel. I am going to be giving the information of her channel either in the link, or I'll put a card there so you could click on it and go visit her. And she actually asked me some questions because she thought she might want to be losing some weight. She's beautiful, but she asked me some questions. So since I've lost almost 100 pounds, I thought I would share with her a couple of the things that I did. Now, before I go into real detail about how I lost all that weight, I've got to tell you, the first place that you've got to focus on when you're losing weight, the first thing you've got to use when you want to lose weight, the first thing that's going to really help you lose weight is in here. It's not the mouth. It's the brain. It's inside. It's how you feel. It's your mindset. When you tweak this up here in terms of your perspective, everything else is really easy to do. So my perspective with food was that it was like my friend, and it was like comforting, and it was the thing to do when I was bored or nervous or didn't have anything else to do. Oh yeah, let's go eat this, let's go eat that. And that's a bad thing because that's not what food is for. Yeah, you should enjoy food. That's the other thing. I wasn't really enjoying it. I was just kind of using it like, you know, yeah, let's get busy eating. I don't know how to explain it. But I wasn't enjoying a meal. So a few of the things that I did to, you know, change my perspective and my view and my attitude about food was that I would actually set a real pretty table, even if it's just for me, a beautiful table, so that I could really experience the whole meal process. And I would set that plate, present it really pretty, and I would slow down and enjoy that meal. So that was one of the things that really helped me, because now eating became a fulfilling experience the one time when I would sit and do it, and I didn't have to be snacking and things like that. And I planned out my meals. So important. I was using not PayPal, what is it called? MyFitnessPal. And all that information I'm going to put below for you in the description. But MyFitnessPal actually helped me make sure I got all of my nutrients and all of my calories in check. And I realized when I started using that, that boy was I off in terms of servings and nutrients. I mean, I was not having enough fruit, and I would see that certain vitamins were really off the charts and other ones were not even there. So I actually learned how to eat. I guess I wasn't eating properly. Of course, I was overweight. Let's see, I'm 5'5", 5'4.5", 5'5", depends how much I've shrunk. And I was weighing 234, 236. I'll try and get some pictures in there for you. And then, yeah, that was pretty heavy. That was a lot. So I started losing weight, but I needed to learn how to eat. So I did do a lot of reading, and it became my mission. So as much attention as I used to place on eating snacks and buying stuff on a whim, that like maybe I was at the gas station getting gas and then I'd stop and grab something and eat that too. Yeah, I had to focus all of that energy into learning about nutrition so I would be able to get nutritionally dense food and not have to eat a lot of calories. So there was a lot of stuff that I just totally cut out. And again, your mentality, your perspective is important, because instead of saying, oh, I can't eat that, a very important thing for me was to say, I don't eat that, because it empowers you. That's your choice. You just don't eat it because you've made a choice, not because you're suffering and you can't have it and you really want it. No. So it gives you empowerment. And the choices that you make in terms of what food you're going to have is very important. You've got to be able to have choices so that you know there's a lot of nutritionally dense alternatives for you. So of course, I just stopped eating certain foods that were not really that nutritious. Even though they were wholesome, they just weren't that nutritious, like rice and potatoes. So I stopped eating that. And then of course, I started cooking. If you cook your meals, it's going to be a lot better than if you have restaurant meals or fast food. And of course, no more drive-through. If I was starving and I had to go from point A from point B or whatever, and I just couldn't cook a meal to take with me, well, you know what? I would go to the supermarket. They have prepared meals, and it's much better than going through any kind of drive-through. So that also helped. When I got rid of all of those bad habits and changed my perspective and started cooking healthy meals and counting calories, I lost a lot of weight. So I did that for a while, and I lost about 70 pounds. And, you know, I started to get tired of, like, boy, this is taking a long time. So I saw that some people were doing ketogenic type diets. And I said, you know, I want to try that. And I did that. And I tried the ketogenic diet. Of course, I did go to doctors. I went to a group of doctors, a center that specializes in ketogenic dieting. And I actually saw a nutritionist, a neurologist, a primary care physician. It's a team, almost like in the movies where all these doctors sit there in front of you and take notes and talk to you. It was really cool. And I'm lucky that I had that center near me because they're not all over. And yeah, they put me on a plan, and I started to lose double the amount that I was losing before. Plus I was not hungry and super energetic. So that worked for me fine. But if you're going to be altering your meals, please don't do it without going to the doctor. This is not something to play with. You can hurt yourself. This is a drastic thing. It's not something like people say, oh, just eliminate all your carbs and eat a lot of high fat. No, that's not how it works. Oh boy, it is hot here. I'm in Miami, and yeah, it's hot. But anyway, so I started doing that, and I charted my weight loss because that's part of the supervision that they would give me. And I was actually doubling the amount of pounds I would lose a week. After the 70 pounds were basically a pound a week, and then I started losing 2 and sometimes 3, and they even said, yeah, wait, you need to eat more because you're losing too much too fast. They were right. So I modified my plan even further, and I'm happy, and that's how I do it now, and I don't miss the carbs. I am modifying it even further so that I do have more carbs, not that many. I do have oatmeal at night and with berries. I do that because it helps with the cholesterol and because I do want to get a little bit of carbs in there. So yeah. That's what's worked for me, and maybe it'll work for you all. And I am super, super happy in terms of intermittent fasting. You can do intermittent fasting. I suggest it. Not everybody can do it. It depends on your health and your age. But intermittent fasting simply means that you have some hours in the day or night that you're not eating because your body needs to rest from the digestion process. The digestion process is an intense process. It takes your whole body to digest foods, and you want your body to rest from that process, and that's what intermittent fasting is. You don't have to do 14 hours, 16 hours. You don't have to do it that long. I mean, you can stop eating at maybe 6 or 7 at night, depending on what time you go to bed. You can stop eating at that time, and then maybe you can skip breakfast and have an early lunch. Make it easy on yourself. You're supposed to be feeling good. If you're not feeling good, you're not going to be successful. So tweak whatever plan you're on until it works for you. And you're not going to find a plan you're happy with until you're happy in your perspective of what you're doing. The diet does not start in your mouth. The diet starts in your head. So change your perspective, your outlook, your attitude. Focus on taking care of yourself, and your eating plan will really be an easy plan for you to adhere to. So yeah, that's it. I hope that you liked my video, and I do hope you subscribe. But most of all, please, I hope you have a day full of peace, love, and joy. Bye-bye. Now, let me see. What am I going to talk about today? Did I forget? Well, yes, I did. Let's do this again. All right.